Wade said this: people are trying to attack him a lot from the standpoint of age. It's no secret that he's getting older. He's going to get older every year. He's had an MVP type of year. I think he understands the scrutiny that comes with being LeBron James. Whether he comes out and talks about it or not, he's driven by something different. That is why he is so great. Chris Broussard is still here with us. But Shannon, I start with you. What do you make of D. Wade's comments?
First of all, D. Wade is right. D. Wade's probably thinking, damn, I wish I could have aged like LeBron, still played 35 minutes and give you these type of numbers. But he's right. LeBron is going to get older. But this is the opportunity for everybody, because for almost a decade, you couldn't attack him, because guess where he was ending up? In the NBA Finals. You could say he was a drama king. He couldn't shoot free throws. He had a terrible shot, all that.
Check.
At the end of the day, he was playing in June. His team was playing in June. And just for perspective, I don't know if Chris Broussard knows. I know Chris is a student of the game. LeBron right now is 27, 8, and 8. I'm going to give you a list of guys that did this. Oscar did it his first 5 years. His last year, he was 26. Michael Jordan did it his 5th year. He was 25. Harden did it, 27. Westbrook, 28. A 33-year-old LeBron did it last year, and a 34-year-old LeBron is doing it this year. Boy, I guarantee you, there are going to be a lot of guys that wish they were 34 and were playing like this. Let's be all the way real. This is what this is about. You got your opportunities right now, because you hadn't had it for 14 years to kick the man while he's down. He's down, didn't make the playoff. How could Michael Jordan never missed a playoff in his prime. Michael Jordan never played 16 seasons. That's neither here nor there. Kobe Bryant never missed the playoffs in his prime. Actually, he did. He did. But that's not, but I don't. But see, facts ruin the argument. So I like to debate sometimes, so I just let them keep it going. You know what I'm saying, Chris? Bailey, y'all need to stop this. D. Wade is exactly.
I haven't said that.
Yeah, because he's talking about you. He's talking about critics and everybody taking the chance. You. He's talking about you. But he won't say it, but I will. You.
Okay.
As I was saying earlier, D. Wade is right. He's getting older. But he's...
Wait, you acknowledge that?
Yeah.
We all know.
I mean, at one point he was 20. Then he was 25. Then he was 30. Guess what he's going to be December 30th this year? 35.
I thought he was immortal, superhuman.
These numbers say
His numbers are
he's
pretty
still
good.
putting up these numbers.
Okay.
So
he's not aging. Is he or is he not? Well, which is it? I don't know. I just need to know.
He's aging, just like Tom Brady's aging, but
Tom Brady doesn't look like he's aging at all. Has he lost anything? Did he look any different to you than he looked at 28?
I watched him in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I watched him in the Super Bowl. Could you tell?
Who threw the best pass of the Super Bowl? Who won the game? Who should have been the MVP of the
Did you
Super
see
Bowl?
what LeBron
Tom
did
Brady.
Sunday night?
In Sacramento, I did.
Oh, you know what?
Sacramento
See, you try to poo-poo what the man did.
I mean, look, people that care about LeBron are coming to his defense. We saw the physical therapist with her Instagram post. Because this is the most heat he's caught since 2011.
Yes.
When they lost to Dallas. Wade brought up 2 good points. One, people are overlooking these when they criticize LeBron. And obviously there's some stuff to criticize him for. But in terms of not getting them to the playoffs, they're overlooking... If he doesn't miss the 18 games, they probably make the playoffs. Now, whether or not they're the 4th seed, who knows? But they're probably in the playoffs.
Yes.
The second thing is what he's doing, to your point, Shannon, in his 16th year is virtually unprecedented. Just about. Now, Kobe had a great 17th year. He averaged 27 points, about 5 assists and rebounds and stuff like. And then the last 3 years after that,
dropped off.
They were all injury plagued. All right, LeBron. Here, let's put this in perspective. Because Skip, you bring up Jordan at 34, LeBron's 34, but Jordan hadn't played nearly as many games or minutes as LeBron.
Do you want to, I got the total right here.
How many games?
At 34. LeBron has played 13,000 more minutes than Michael had played at 34. I'm going to give you that ammo.
Right.
Okay. 13,000 more. That's including playoffs and regular. Okay.
So that's like 3-4 seasons.
Yeah.
Because if you play 82
really
games,
was that right? And you said playoffs and regular season
together.
That's a
about
ton.
13,000 more. It's like 56,000 to 43,000.
It is probably about 4.
That's 4 seasons.
Right. All right.
But here's the other thing. Look. LeBron is 7th in the league among active players in games played. Here's the 6 ahead of him. Dirk, Vince Carter, Jamal Crawford, Joe Johnson, Tony Parker, and Pau Gasol.
Is Joe Johnson still in the lead?
Yeah, he's sitting on somebody's bench, I guess. And then rounding out the top 10 after LeBron, Kyle Korver, Tyson Chandler, Zach Randolph. None of them are even close to the end of their prime. Like, none of them were even saying they're at the tail end. They're all old and essentially done. You have to go all the way down to find a player in the active leaders in games who's, you might say, is toward the end of his prime or still in his prime. You have to go down to 22nd, Chris Paul and LaMarcus Aldridge. And LeBron has played 230 more games than those two guys. So I'm just saying, like, if he got old tomorrow in their next game, whenever it is, and never was the same, he's had beyond a full career. Like, it wouldn't be unprecedented. It would be normal. And so, like Skip, you brought up he's not immortal. That's what we're judging him on. We're still judging him on that.
Bound than he used to be? Yes, he is. Is he not quite as explosively quick as he used to be? He's not. But he's still very good. He's still neck and neck best player on the planet. When this season started, it was very close, but I think most people would have sided with you. He's the best player on the planet. Would they say that now? I'm not so sure. A lot of people might have changed over the last month or two. But here's my problem. This is where Dwyane and everyone else gives LeBron a pass. When this team started this season, I wasn't sure what to expect because we were all just guessing. Because it got thrown together and it was a mishmash of weird personalities and weird skill sets. And yet, for those first, all the way up to Christmas, I thought they were really good. I was shocked by how good they were. And yet, they got to 20-14 by winning at Golden State on Christmas Day when LeBron went down, 20-14. And I'm going to say this because I don't want to give it up because LeBron doesn't deserve a pass for this because he was healthy and they were healthy. Right. But through those first 34 games, there were 8 games that were winnable that I'm not going to blame him completely, but that they should have closed. They were right there. And I'm going to list them real quickly. The opener at Portland, then at home, Houston, San Antonio, then at San Antonio, at Minnesota, Orlando, at Brooklyn, and Memphis. Those games all happened before Christmas, and they're all on a silver platter for the king or the king to orchestrate the close of the game. And for whatever reason, he missed some free throws, they missed shots, they weren't mature enough, whatever it was, they weren't clicking yet. They lost all 8 of those games. What if they just won 4 of them? What if they'd won 6? Do 6. That would be 26-8 at that point. They'd be the talk of basketball, right? And they looked like the talk of basketball to me. They looked really good. Remember how fast they were playing? Remember how the kids were just flourishing? Because when LeBron passes you the ball, Kuzma's thinking, I'm going to make this because the king just passed me the basketball. Lonzo was vibing off LeBron. Brandon Ingram was starting to rise and shine, and all the odd set pieces, all the vets were all fitting in. Rondo was having his moments. Lance had a huge stretch in the fourth quarter against Denver at home, remember, and saved that game. And it looked like a basketball team to me. It looked like it was working all the way up until LeBron got hurt. Well, what if they had won 6 out of those 8 losses? Well, then maybe you're able to overcome the 18-odd games that LeBron missed.
But
right?
I think the thing is, Skip, had they been together longer, we would already know. And Luke said it. Luke said, okay, we know what LeBron can do. Sometimes we need to see if these other guys, because they're going to become a point if we're a playoff caliber team.
But now you're acting like we got this. Well, you don't got this.
No.
Like you better figure out. You better let 23 close it, or Rondo close it, or somebody who knows how to close it. Right? You can't be experimenting because the experiment blew up in your face, and then the injuries happen, and those are all valid, legitimate excuses.
Well, until somebody over the age of 30 do what this guy's doing, call me. Okay. You got my number.
Well, like I said, the question is, are these numbers? LeBron's always led to wins. You know, that's the thing. I mean, his numbers have always been spectacular, but beyond that, it's been his impact on winning these games. Right. And there comes a point with a lot of great players. Michael Jordan, everybody talks about Washington. Did it hurt his legacy? I could argue it helped his legacy. He was a 40-year-old man averaging 20 points, 6 rebounds,
I always defended
4 assists, right?
Yep.
And shooting 44%. Like, that's a Latrell Sprewell all-star year. An Allen Houston all-star year.
True.
Mitch Richmond, he was a legit all-star at 40. So he could still put up numbers, but he couldn't impact the game in terms of winning anymore. And that's what we had to wait and see with LeBron. We can't really judge him off this year. It was so crazy. But next year, that's what I want to see. I think he'll still put up great numbers. But will he be able to impact the game the way he always has?
Give us AD, we'll show you how we impact.
You need
give us
more.
Bradley
Even if he doesn't get, they might not get AD.
Well,
but still, will he still be able to do it? Because I'm saying if they don't get AD,
can we trade for Bradley Beal?
I still think they're gonna make the playoffs.
Can we trade for Bradley Beal? What about Kimba?
To Skip's point, though, they didn't have. You're right, Skip. I agree with you. There were several of those games they should have closed, and LeBron was to blame for some of that.
Some of it.
No
Yep.
question. If they close those games, I mean, they're playing well. They might not be able to make big changes. We'll see.
We out of the playoffs. Can we get Bradley Beal, Kimba Walker? Does he want to be in L.A.? Because Michael Jordan can't pay it.
Kimba might be out of
Let's
here.
quit talking pie in the sky.
Okay.
What if you get stuck or left with exactly what you had this year with everybody a year older and everybody's healthy?
Look at what you just said.
Okay.
You said stuck.
Yeah.
Stuck is not good.
Well, I'm putting
Hold
quotes
on, to
around it
Skip's
for you.
point, they could have been, what was that, 26-8
Yep.
at one point?
They
if
should have
LeBron
been.
doesn't get
That's if you
hurt,
win 6 out of those 8 games.
Right.
26-8.
So
they look like a 26-8 team.
and if Durant leaves Golden State, now all of a sudden Golden State comes back to the crowd.
Okay,
I'm just saying.
what happens if this team is intact as is and it's healthy?
I got to find me another team.
That's it?
You got to fight. You're out.
So if they come back intact, they don't make the playoffs?
I don't like it. I need change.
You need help.
Can't
You
have
will
another
definitely see the
season that
vets, the veteran playmakers. There'll be some changes there. They'll bring in some shooters, I think.
Yeah,